Hey lovelies, it's Kate. Welcome back to another tutorial. So yesterday we got a free patch, a base game patch, and this patch added a lot of cool things, and it also added the Stilt foundations. You can see them here, and as soon as the patch was out, I was trying to figure out a couple of cool tricks, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you all these tricks that I was able to come up with, and we are going to jump right in now. So first, a couple of words about the stilted foundation. So as always, you just build any type of foundation. It could be round, it could be rectangular, you can make it high or low, and then you go to this section where you just apply any type of color to your foundation, and here down there you have these two brand new options. If you don't see these, just make sure that you update your game, and these also come in different swatches. And then you simply click on it, you apply them, and that's it. And then when you make it higher or lower, of course the stilts also get higher or lower. So there are a lot of stilts, and we are going to start off with the very first trick that I figured out. So let's say you want to have another piece of foundation in the center. You don't want to have stilts everywhere. Then you simply place another foundation. You make it higher just so you can apply any type of color. I'm going to use this one in this case. You pick it up and then you just place it. And now, as you can see, I can use these arrows to just change the position a little bit, and I'm bringing it in place. And this way I'm able to have the stilts going around, and I have a solid piece of foundation in the center. Of course, it depends on what you're building, but this is just a fun option that you can use. You could also use this city living foundation down here. When you activate the bb.show hidden objects sheet, this one pops up and it makes the foundation invisible, which is a cool thing, but then you have some type of weird hole in the ground, and I tried to cover it by placing different things in the basement underneath and raising it, and it was not working. So this is something that you could use, but I think that the hole in the ground just looks a bit weird. The next thing I want to show you are rounded pieces of foundation that you can use as some type of patio, and when you apply the stilts, these look as if they would be floating, or as if these would be just attached to the house, for example. So for this you want to use any of these down here, the rounded foundations that already have a fence attached. So you don't want to use this one or this one, you definitely want to pick one of those. I'm going to go with the biggest one in this case. I place it. I now use the sledgehammer tool so I can remove the fence. This is just a fun little fence bug that happens all the time. This will go away eventually. Then you click on your foundation and you want to make it smaller on both sides, just like this. This is important because if you don't do this, you won't have a perfect half circle. Then you click on it, you click on copy, and you place it like this. Then you want to raise the foundation. And now we want to make it bigger on this side so it's easier to attach a house. And now I'm quickly going to do that. I'm going to build a room. And this could be a part of a house, for example. So now we have this solid piece of foundation down here, but now we apply the stilt foundation, and this is what it looks like. So because we built a perfect half circle, there are no stilts in the front. You could also push this back so it looks like this, for example. So this is just attached to the wall, and if you use any other type of foundation, it looks like this. And I think that this is a very simple way to create a kind of floating patio, for example. So if you want to bring this method that I've just shown you to the next level, then you place again one of these foundations here. You use the sledgehammer to remove the fence. You make it smaller on both sides, just as I've shown you, and then you want to copy this. But this time we copy this again and recreate a perfect circle. I am going to raise this, and now I once again apply the stilt foundation. and you have a round piece of foundation that just floats. And you could use any type of stairs, just like this, for example. And you cannot apply a regular fence. I mean, you could, but then your Sims won't be able to access this, because as you can see, the fence is snapping there, so it's not working. This is once again the little bug. And so your Sims can walk up here. You could create a very fancy kind of patio, maybe an area where your Sims could just hang out in the sun. And if you may attach another set of stairs over here, it may even look like as if the stairs are supporting this area, so it doesn't look weird. And then you can just build anything on top. Maybe the new fancy lounge chairs that were added in this update as well, for example. And now the last little idea that I had was to use foundations to create stairs. So you just place a piece of foundation and then you place another one, and as you can see, there is only one grid in between, and I'm going to place another one, so we have something like this now. And now we attach some stairs. And then we add the stilt foundation. And you have something like this. So this is a very easy way to create something like this. I've shown in my other stairs tutorials that you can create a floating piece of foundation, and then technically you could add columns, but these columns always have the same height, so it's not possible to just have a kind of short column like this, for example. So you could build something like this, and this is just perfect, not only for beach houses, but for any type of build really. So this is it. These were a couple of ideas that I was able to figure out with the new Stilt foundations. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if so, please like and subscribe, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye!